This for me. Probably what I'm doing. Every day in the studio. Every day in the studio. Every day no fully shit. In the streets with the Yeezys on. In the streets with the hoodie up.
Play. No. Games. Oh my gosh. I sanitized that. We're keeping that. Welcome to the Play No Games podcast / show. And if you're listening to this, man, it's 2022.
Yeah.
We're not gonna get it confused with 2020.
What was that one?
Or 2020. And we got our very first guest of the year.
I'm honored.
And let me just say this. Before we get into this.
Don't make me blush, man. Don't make me blush.
I'm gonna do you justice. I'm gonna do you justice. Before we get into it, it's a new year. And as a new year, why aren't you subscribed to the show? I know y'all hear about this show because you know what happens when I be in the street. Hey Rob, I watched your episode. No, you watched the clip. You didn't watch the episode. You watched the clip. Don't make conversation with me because I look at the numbers.
Yeah.
I know what the numbers are. The numbers are okay. They can be better. That's what we're going to change that by you hitting that subscribe and like button.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I have buttons that I can't push and they have funny other things, but I need more monies to do that. So $ Hero Rob, help donate to the podcast. Be a part of the wave before everyone else is like, oh, yeah. And then if you're a part of the wave early, I'm going to recognize you because in the streets, you're like, oh, Rob, I seen your show. I'm still going to recognize you because I'm still want your money. But it's going to be different, though. It's going to be different energy.
I mean, they might as well be trendsetters, right? So
exactly.
Jump on the wave before it's
get on, ride that cloud. not cloud and cloud. There we go. But to my right, maybe to the viewer's left, probably. Yeah. I have, and I thought it would be great to start the year off with vulnerability, openness.
Yeah.
And in our previous episodes, we talked a lot about, to end the year, about a place for males to be vulnerable and how even in 2022, we are still telling you niggas to open up. You know why you don't get the girls? Not because the Gucci belt. It's because you don't brush your teeth and you don't talk to yourself.
Facts.
Tell
her.
Without further ado, one of the lurking legends of podcasting in Portland, Oregon, of Geo's podcast, Real Talk.
Yeah.
We got nothing other than the most realest, talkingest podcast besides us on the Play No Games podcast show. We got Geo here.
What's up, everybody?
Welcome to the show.
How you doing, boss?
Man, I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually doing really good in the midst of pandemonium, but a true testament of a man or a woman or non-binary or just a person is how you get up.
Oh, 100%. It's easy to fall. A lot of things will push you over. It's so funny how quick something can crumble, but the test of time is truly knowing how you can manage that time and manage your own time and pass through all those rough times that everybody's gonna have all the time.
Yeah. So people laughed at me.
I just laughed at you, my bad.
Not you. You're laughing with me. Because I always try to say, when I try to have guests on, I try not to ask the generic things.
Yeah.
Because we want to be different. We want to play no game. So let's, you know what? I'm going to kick it off kind of hot right now in the gauntlet.
Go for it,
What does vulnerability mean to you?
Man, what is vulnerability to me? I think the literal definition is being somebody that can take on physical or emotional or even mental harm, like an attack or some form of harm, being susceptible to it, right? And when you're susceptible to it, it's something that you're likely or liable to happen or be influenced by. And so all to really say that to be vulnerable to me is knowing the spectrum of vulnerability that you have. Like, I think we're all vulnerable all the time. I think we're just on a spectrum constantly. And I think, and in life, we've been taught to be on the wrong side of that spectrum, especially as men, right? Like, toxic masculinity is a real thing. You just said yourself, like, it's 2022 and we still got to tell niggas that it's okay to cry. And it's like okay to like tell your homie that you love him and shit. And
what? I don't do that.
I know, yeah, right. But that's what vulnerability is to me. It's the spectrum of how much you're going to be brave enough, in my opinion, to be open to potential hurt or harm, whether it's physical or emotional. So that's why, like anything, and the key word too in the definitions, if you look into it, is liable, right? And liable is liability. It's a risk. It's a risk to be vulnerable. It takes a lot of courage every day. So that's really what it is to me. It's just how courageous are you to really be open to the world.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, I'm going to test that today.
Man.
So when your homie has a birthday,
Yeah.
do you wish him happy birthday or do you say happy G day, happy slime day? How do you wish your homie happy birthday?
I mean, for me, I definitely just text him, happy birthday. I'm dead ass, man. Like, I just like, happy birthday. I'm happy that you're alive. I'm happy that you exist. Just a lot of love. I'm a firm believer that you want to give people their flowers while you can. Life is short. So I'd rather enjoy it with my homies than sit around acting like I'm too cool.
Wow. This is why you gotta watch the visuals, because y'all gonna see me fucking up. If I'm being, vulnerable to this moment, also big shout out to the crew. I forgot to say this in the beginning. Still want to have this on record. Shout out to AJ, shout out to Cost. They are not here, obviously. They have lives, and what we tried to tell you guys on previous podcasts is, what's your identity outside of what's your identity outside of your work? Yeah. And if this is something that you want to do, you got to have duality in your hustle. So that's what they're doing. They're hustling. They're doing other things. And right now it didn't converge, but they'll be back very, 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 very soon. But now I kind of want to get into this piece. When did you notice within yourself that you needed to have more vulnerability?
Yeah.
And before you even answer that question, that was the bait.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about... Nah, I ain't gonna do that shit. Go ahead. Actually, we doing this shit. All right, doing this shit. So,
man. Might as well.
Before people get to levels of vulnerability, they are toxic.
Oh, yeah.
Like toxic waste.
Yeah.
Or fuckboys, what they call us.
Yeah.
And, I'm going to be a part. You can ask me questions too. Don't feel like I got to pelt you. But was there ever a time, or is there also no times where were you toxic, not vulnerable?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
How was that, Gio?
Oh man, I think I'm still that Gio at times. Like,
oh damn.
I don't think when it comes to like the journey of vulnerability and just growth, right? We're talking more from the perspective of being a man. I think now more than ever we're all questioning what being a man is. So there's no perfect man, right? So there's no fucking shit like that I'm still toxic in some ways, because there'll be some things that I'll do that I perceive as like good, but it may not be good to others. And it's just learning how to go through that. But I mean, for me personally, like the moments where I'm not vulnerable or I still have that toxicity just lies in some insecurities that I have here and there. And mainly just traveling through relationships. Like I'm seeing somebody and this is my person and I love them to death, but everybody has their traumas and things that make them be who they are now, and I got to work through some of that past stuff for sure.
Okay. So, because I don't want you to be the only one, because you're not the only one trying to be the only one out here. And I think I got to say, I agree with you so much where I think no matter what, and just to tell people of, how I met you, like we got some hints there. We did some things,
we had some fun, man.
We had some fun. And one of the things that always intrigued me about you is your journey to want people to know their inner selves.
Oh
And
yeah.
one of like the big things that I want to say just with vulnerability to and that you taught me is that there has to be a community and space for that.
Oh
Where
yeah.
I've always felt that I was like the lone ranger in this fight when it comes to having men, and not just men, just people in general, just be open. And then it's just so interesting how we converged because we did a speed dating.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da.
Jinx, you owe me a soda.
Damn. All right. Call me, beat me, Kim Powell. Shout out. And
we did do that.
we definitely did
that
do
was
that.
fun, man. That was a night.
Man, I can't tell you what happened. There was some mischief after for me, but it was. I just want to at least say before we get on, I do want to talk about the speed dating thing, but just vulnerability. I want to talk about a time for myself where I was toxic, and because you kind of mentioned that, and I'll say for me, I remember one time I was dealing with one of my exes, right? And like she pissed me off, and there was a point where we weren't gonna be together, and I was like,
that happens.
And I was like, you know what? And I felt justified with doing this. And
we all.
I got her phone, right? And I found my mom and my family, and I deleted them all out of her phone.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
When I leave, I leave.
Facts.
I'm like, you don't need to talk to these people anymore.
Yeah.
And so funny because I ran into this person again, right? And I love my mom to death, and my mom's the type of woman and just type of person to like always keep up with people. And this person made a comment like, "Oh yeah, your mom got in contact with me, just checking in, things like that, because that's how my mom is."
Your mom's a sweet lady, yo.
She's a very sweet lady. And literally she was like, this person texted and they were like, "Who's this?" And that's what my ex said to my mom, and she was like, I felt so embarrassed, and I was like,
damn, that's a good. I mean, that's a toxic win for sure.
But after talking with this person, I was like, I felt so justified in doing that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was like, man, is that Robert? And then I got a mirror, and I was like,
I mean, I don't know, man. Those type of things, like, so toxicity is an interesting, like the whole concept of vulnerability is a spectrum, right? And when it comes to like doing toxic shit like that, like, I don't know, man. Like, sometimes you feel like you're saying like, was it just you justified it for yourself?
Yeah.
Then you checked yourself, and you're like, oh, I don't know, but like, maybe there's a better way of going about it. But I'm also a firm believer at times where it's like, especially during like certain relationships, like you got to cut shit off. You know what I mean? And like, if you're able to like clean cut that shit, I'm a supporter for that. Like if you can shut that door, and you feel like you need to shut that door for yourself, fuck, man. Sometimes you gotta take shit in your own hands. I think there's a more appropriate way of handling that. I think the best way to handle that is communication and setting boundaries. But
fair.
Some people don't respect those things. So,
well, in the spirit of taking accountability, I was wrong.
Yeah,
I was 1,010% wrong. 110%.
That's like crossing somebody else's. That's crossing a boundary itself.
Oh, I told like eventually.
Yeah.
Like, I think no, I definitely told before I left, or kind of sort of, because I feel
did it.
I know I want because I feel like I told this person this.
Yeah.
No. I didn't tell that person that.
You didn't.
It happened, and then I was like, "Oh yeah, I did that." I was like, "Oh yeah, my bad." And I got scolded, folks. I got scolded for that. But because that's kind of how I want to start off talking with you, because see how we're so many rabbit holes. But yes, I just like how you frame that. There's that toxicity that lives in all of us.
Yeah.
And what a lot of people, and I feel like what you're also saying too, is impulsivity.
Oh yeah.
Is the freeway to opening that up, because we all have that capabilities where you can, it's okay, shame Robert, don't get me wrong, I've done my things, will always atone for the things I've done wrong, but here's the thing. Can you acknowledge that? Can you move forward with
Yeah.
that? And that's one of the things that I was like, all right, we got Mr. Vulnerable himself on here, so we gotta make sure we get there. But before, because I have some other things I'm gonna pivot, but do you have
Yeah.
anything else?
I mean, as far as like toxicity as a whole, and like I think you said it perfectly, right? Like, that's the freeway, right? That's the freeway to these actions, and really, it's like you got to hold yourself accountable. You can't sit there and justify actions that you know that you wouldn't want done on others. I think a lot of these type of things are common sense. Like I really do. Like there's the goal. Like when I was raised on respect is earned, and you treat people the way you want to be treated. And really just knowing your place and space at all times. And to me, it's like if you're gonna do something and you don't want somebody to do it to you, I think that's a clear indicator that you should probably hold yourself accountable for your action. Like I think it's that simple. But at the same fucking time, like this is life where things get complicated. Relationships, like romantic relationships. Okay, that shit is like not my forte. So like, I say that respectfully in the sense of like they're fucking hard, bro. Like they're hard. Relationships are hard. So there's always gonna be a space of toxicity in that, and it's just trying to manage it. It's really it's. I don't think anybody ever grows and becomes like this perfect partner, perfect whatever, because it's never achievable. But yeah, man, I don't know. There's a lot of ways to fall into toxicity. All I can say is hold yourself accountable and take it to the chin every once in a while.
Okay. I guess the question I will switch it up to, because I want to switch it up to the more personal about you, and that
Yeah.
and that is in the sense of you have a show.
Yeah,
And it's a show about real talk. It's a
Yeah.
show about you. Your fucking name's on it.
Yeah.
So your stamp, your carbon footprint, is on
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And tell us, how did that start?
Yeah, man.
The why?
The why, right? That's the thing.
Yep.
The thing is the why, right? I mean, the show started probably like 2-3 years ago. It started off of a kind of like a seed from a bigger documentary idea that I want to manifest one day. But really, it's my name is on it. I know it's funny because you say it's like my show and my name on it. But really, truly, to me, I see it as like a podcast for the community. Um, what it's all centered around is like honesty, transparency, and vulnerability, creating a space for that, and just having a space where stories, experiences, and conversations can be held safely, but also at the same time like not safe in the sense of like, yo, if you come onto my show and I have somebody that has an opposite perspective of you, like be prepared to be challenged on your perspective, and that's okay. Like it's not like oh my god, like this person is on this side and I'm on that side and fuck them. Like no, it doesn't got to be like that. Like I really try to create an environment and an experience where it's like people can feel comfortable being vulnerable and talking about whatever they want to share. And it came to life, like I said, a couple of years ago. I took some time off here and there just because life. I think at the beginning, like when anybody creates a podcast or creates something, like you want to go full go and you think you know it all. And I definitely had to take moments to be like, oh shit, like probably can't do an episode every week. Probably should plan this or plan that and have my P's and Q's. And but I'm a Gemini, so I get excited about shit and I just jump in. But yeah, man, it's right now like it's ongoing. It's every 10 days I try to bust something out. I think it's gonna be interesting with my new gig because eventually I'll start traveling and shit. So it's scheduling is gonna get interesting. But yeah, man, it's just a show, really. And I think it's just a platform for hopefully people that want to come on and share their stories.
Mhm.
And the end all be all goal is events. Like we did the speed dating. I want to do like the show is called Real Talk with Geo. And the idea of like people can have a real talk with me and people can experience that. But the real goal is real connections. Like that's what I want to develop. I want to develop real connections, events where we can do like cooking classes, poetry nights, speed dating, really anything that people want to do collectively, and just kind of make friends, bro. Like that's really the
Okay.
goal. That's really the goal. Is like I want to create something where people can make genuine friends. Because I think when you hit our age or outside of college, that shit's like fucking hard. Like I don't care what anybody says. Like you can sit here and act super cool and act like you have like 500 friends, but because that's how many followers you have on Instagram. But in real life, man, it's like, you know, it's tough to maintain relationships, especially in the current climate with COVID and all these type of things. Like people want to be with people, and that's all I really want to create.
That's why we have space on the couch for people.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you.
I don't trust him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I just find it interesting not to reveal my medical information.
yeah.
Not saying I disagree with things.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just like, you don't have to out yourself because
Yeah.
that's your own personal medical information. But,
Oh, what, the vaccine?
yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah, I'm vaccinated. Yeah, yeah.
I'm just, you know what?
Yeah. If you're not, I don't give a fuck.
No,
bro.
I'm definitely not saying that.
Oh yeah,
But I'm also just saying, why would I,
yeah, yeah.
And it's almost kind of like for the people who think, oh, why would I go to a space and make someone else feel uncomfortable?
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe
Yeah.
that might give my answer, but I'm always up for the greater good of things. But that's
Yeah.
just me.
Yeah,
That's just me.
yeah.
But all I gotta say is, I wouldn't be here if I didn't take the necessary precautionaries.
100%.
So, but that's all I have to say
Yeah.
about that. But you said something very interesting.
What's up?
You said people can have real talks with you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Why is that? What do you bring
yeah.
to make not to add to the realness, but just like
Why do people talk to me?
why?
Hey, why
How
does
do you put the
anybody-
real in real talk with Geo? Tell me.
I don't know, man. I mean, for me personally, like, especially how I started the show, I think my first episode was centered around death, and I opened up about losing my mother, my father, and some other family members, and I just remember that a lot of people kind of hit me back, and they're like, "Whoa, like this shit helped me," or da da da.
Really?
Yeah, and to me, I guess I say that to say that like I've never been afraid to have those conversations because I don't really, frankly, comprehend a lot of like, I don't get why people like how somebody's ignorant. Like I understand that ignorance equals bliss, and I wish I could have that bliss, but I've never been that kind of person. I've
Okay.
always been asked too much why. I'm always like a deep thinker. You know, if you like horoscopes, I'm a fucking Gemini, so like everything is everywhere all the time. So I think what I bring to the show, like if I were to gas myself, because I have no problem doing so, and I don't think anybody should, is like,
Feel the tang.
yeah, man. I don't know. For me, it's like, I think I just make people feel comfortable. You know what I mean? I think I'm not a very intimidating individual.
Take off the sweater.
I mean, hey, I work out, baby.
I've
Don't
seen
get
your
intimidated.
IG.
Hey, bro, I'll beat some ass if you want it. But
Whoa!
Nah, man. I'm all about like, one love, that type of shit. Like Bob Marley is like somebody I'm like, I love that. I idolize Bob Marley. I idolize the MLKs. I idolize a lot of these individuals that like Kanye and shit like that. Not like they're all the same, but they're all different people that all they ever did was impact in some shape or form for the greater good. And that's just what I'm about all the time. So I just apply that in my conversation. I know I'm not a person that's going to sit there and like not fucking listen to you and not add something to the conversation and make it about myself. I like to listen more. Like right now I'm talking a lot and it's weird for me because
This is fine.
Normally I have people talk. So,
Welcome to be on someone else's show.
yeah, no, it's weird. I was telling my girl, I was like, fuck, dude, like I'm nervous just because like it's a different experience when you're the person being questioned. But it's not like my guests don't ask me shit or we don't talk.
I want to make this more of a conversation.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, your information for Real Talks with Gio will definitely be in the description.
Yeah.
We'll definitely, tag, and definitely in the future, the Play On Games podcast. We'll love for, everyone to be here and not to be on each other's show, but, for us to kind of like think tank and do like
man, for
a
sure.
episode
For
or
sure.
something together
Yeah.
where, we're, creating and have that creative side. And we just want to say here, on behalf of, Arthur and Koss and things like that, is, you do dope stuff, and we know what it takes to podcast and
I appreciate
the struggles and trials and tribulations.
Yeah.
We want to say that we notice you, and this interview is the first of many of us collaborating and doing stuff,
for sure.
we just want to say keep doing your shit.
I appreciate that. Big ups to you guys. You guys are doing a lot of the things that I like. So I appreciate your content, and I appreciate you appreciating me. I hope that people can show or see and hear that it's okay to love each other, dog. It's okay to open up.
Let's get spicy.
Show appreciation.
Let's get spicy. Who's your worst guest?
Who's my worst guest? Oh my god!
Only like 20 people listen because there's a link. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't
just
think
on Spotify.
I don't think I've had a worse guest.
Ooh, save.
I think early on when I first started the show, because it's been 3 years, it's fucking crazy. Like I couldn't even. The person I was when I started the show is not who I am now. And I think I had like some moments where I had one girl, but I'm not gonna say her name just out of respect. That was like, I don't know. She like talked that she was a lot of other things, and then when we sat down, I realized like, oh shit, like I don't know what you really bring to this conversation, respectfully. But I think that's not bad though. I don't think that was the worst. I don't think I have a bad conversation because I enjoy myself. I think that's all that really matters. That if I enjoy myself and I can get a decent conversation out of it, then it was good. I don't think anybody's been bad.
All right.
Yeah. We're all learning too, because it's not like I'm fucking Joe Rogan yet. So
so that's where you want to take the pod.
I mean, I don't want to be fucking Joe Rogan. Like by no means. I think I want to just have a show like anybody else, like you guys. Like I just want to have a solid platform where one day I'm talking to like the fucking president, whoever it is, or the CEO or that CEO, or really because like I like people like Charlamagne the God, like I like a lot of creators that are gonna be their authentic self, like and cut not like just walk through the bullshit, but cut through the bullshit and ask the fucking real questions and have those real talks. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel like I see a lot of that.
So more like, are you even talking about more like old shock jockey Charlamagne, or more like how he is
like
right now?
Current Charlamagne, because old shocky Charlamagne was sniffing fucking people's seats and shit like that, bro. So I'm not trying to smell people's seats. I think I just want a platform that will allow me to have real conversations with people that impact our daily lives, because I think just like anybody else is noticing, there's a lot of bullshit in the media. There's a lot of a lot of disconnect between important figures and day-to-day people, in my opinion. So if I could be the bridge for some people to see some authenticity from people that really matter and impact their lives, especially like politicians and those kind of things, like fuck yeah, man. Like if I could sit down and have a conversation with Trump, like I would, like just to get some shit out of him, like to really,
I wouldn't.
I mean, I would in the sake of like not to give him a platform to talk shit, but just to, like, we're talking about vulnerability, right?
Yeah.
I would want to see Trump vulnerable. I would want to see Trump in a position to hold himself accountable for the things he said. I mean, like you look at him and you realize like this guy's just spewing a bunch of bullshit. That's what a lot of politicians do. Like I took a course for how to become a local politician, and I've gotten to meet and sit down and have one-on-ones with a lot of our local representatives, and the one question I ask them all, I ask them all the same question, and it's more of like a line to see what they think, and it's more so like I tell them that I've asked the same question to other people, and it's like, yo, it feels like a lot of this local politics stuff, especially in Portland, feels like a high school. And they all laughed. Like every single one of them laughed, and they're like, yeah, no, that's pretty accurate. And I think that's a shame. Like I think that's really bad. And I think that if we had a platform or a space, or whether it's my show or any show, it doesn't really frankly matter, just something where we're asking and holding some of these, again, impactful, important people accountable with some real conversations. It'll provide the transparency that a lot of people want to see and shit. So that's my goal personally.
Oh no, I respect and I really appreciate hearing your dreams
Yeah.
and your goals. And
I don't even know how we got there. My bad.
hey, welcome to the Play No Games. We go on.
Shit, you're good at this.
I don't know if it's because of what I do for day to day or just my innate talent, but one of these days we'll figure it out. And I always like trading bars with people because and this has never been said on tape before, but this podcast is a means to an end.
Yeah,
for us.
Yeah,
and the means to an end is to have a podcast collective, and that looks like people tuning in. Where obviously you're gonna get your 10% relationship stuff because that's what I'm interested in. You're gonna have whatever, but like groups of people coming together to entertain you, but you're also getting some type of education. When I mean education, meaning can you think differently? Not on that free thinker shit. I'm talking, man. I'm talking about you watch Fresh and Fit, you watch Kevin Samuels,
and
if they say jump off a cliff, are you gonna jump off a cliff? If they say you gotta say these things to women, like, don't get me wrong, and this is where people have that disconnect, right? Where I see so many people quote Kevin Samuels or they quote the Fresh and Fit show,
crazy,
right?
Bro.
And like, don't get me wrong, I feel like Kevin Samuels and Fresh and Fit are definitely two different ways.
Yeah.
It's almost kind of like I'll use like Kevin Samuels and Dr. Umar Johnson. They're saying truths.
They're saying some truths.
They're saying some truths, but they're entertaining the fucking shit off.
Yeah.
Where like I would love to see a face off between Kevin Samuels versus Ayanna Van Zandt.
Yeah.
That I would buy front row tickets to that because it would be on and hilarious. Like I know it would.
Yeah.
And I just want to say for our goal is we want to have another version of that. Another version where like we can talk and bullshit and then we can immediately switch to being like, shout out to Dave. I fucked the whole thing up.
Yeah.
I did it all backwards.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Or I actually had a badass day. How do we work through that?
Yeah.
And then someone rag on me from the back, and then we pick it up where people need to see that.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And then not just with the Play No Games podcast, where all right, let's talk about cars.
Yeah.
Let's have it doesn't have to be particularly all black, but let's have these dudes talk about cars where it's kind of like a lot of people don't understand and don't think for themselves. When I'm saying thinking for yourself, being like, does this actually matter?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I don't need to be so, how can I say this? I don't have to have all the riches. I don't have all this clout. I don't have all this fame to be happy or to know stuff or 100%. To live a life that's worth living. Yeah. We look at the educational system. Before we were talking, we were talking about a lot of different stuff where people don't know the true essence of being at peace and being content. And that's what I really want. Yeah. We don't want to be a C-SPAN. We don't want to be a Comedy Central. We want to be right in the middle.
I get
where that's like literally like that's what I really want for this, where I want to create a network.
Yeah.
And network is finding other podcasters where, I don't have to be a Charlemagne to make the Black effect.
Yeah.
We can make the local effect. We can make the Rob effect where we're all in there podcasting. And as long as it's literally at its nutrient base of like trying to get people to do better, whether that's in relationships, whether in stocks, that's a place where we need to have. And it's, I can message the leader of the podcast and being like, I disagree with you. Come on the show.
Yeah. No, 100%. I get where you're coming from and I get what you're saying. And I hope you guys create that space just because I don't think there's enough of that. I think that unfortunately in this world, even more so now, you get a lot of rewards for like bad shit and like bad content and like bad. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking about like quality, right? Because even some of that bad shit has pretty solid quality. It's nice and it's funny and it's entertaining. But like I mean, I'm a huge rap music fan, right? And I think about how many rap artists I've idolized or I am like, wow, this fucker's super cool. And then you like really sit down and sit there and like you're like, oh shit, like all these guys talk about is like drugs and like misogyny and like all these type of things, and it's like that shit's cool, I guess, but it's like at some point, and then maybe this is just me personally, I don't know how other people are feeling, but at some point you kind of get to a point where it's like, well, this shit is pretty repetitive, you know what I mean? Like,
Interesting.
and also it's like it's really negative. Like, why does it always got to be so negative? I understand that it's an expression of of a person's reality, but I don't know. I'm a big manifester, and I feel like the more positive you put out there. So that was just a tangent to really say that, like, I think what you're saying is highly needed. I think a lot of people don't realize how difficult the world has become in some shape or form, and what we really need is more spaces where we can be honest and transparent and authentic and have fun and just have fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, be not kids again, but like just fucking have fun.
A combination twist of that. And one of the things that we had on here for you before we go to a very, very quick commercial break is it came out on News, and we had this for you. And it's so funny because I can't get to my notes because if I turn off this camera, it just does. If I turn off this extra view, it's just like I just can't go to my notes.
Yeah.
So I'm just going off the top of the dome, and I'm
Bars.
phenomenal right now.
You
There's actually, it's so funny how the universe works because I was like, this is definitely a person I want to talk to about, and I love suspense. And what it was have you heard of a rapper named Logic?
Oh, Logic, yeah.
Yeah. I just want to die. Some 100 suicide.
Yeah, suicide song or whatever.
Yeah. Actually, they did a study about that.
Okay.
And with that study, it came out that it helped prevent. I can't look at the fucking numbers, but like it was a positive study that song, when it played on the radio and things like that, it had a positive effect on affecting people for getting suicide help.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's such a dope thing that we should definitely talk about because, Logic get a lot of stuff, a lot of shit because he's because he's African American.
So he's
African American.
He's black. He's black. But I'll say this:
he's like an Oreo,
like
in the middle.
No, 100%. I will say, like, because that's a good example. Like, first and foremost, like, it's super tight to hear some positive numbers out of that, and that's really cool that somebody took the time to do that study. But like, Logic is a great example of how like you can produce good stuff, like put good shit out there, and not get the same flowers as, like, not to drag Future or any of these type of guys, but like Future talks about like drinking lean and like fucking doing Molly and like opioids basically all the fucking time, and this guy's a goat in the rap game.
How do you think I made it to this podcast today?
Yeah, I mean, like, I love Future, don't get it twisted, but I'm just saying, like, it's funny, like, even like a Russ, right? Like, Russ is another great example, right? Everybody hates on Russ.
I'm not hating on Russ. I'm not hating on Russ.
Everybody hates on Russ, and I will say, like, I think he doesn't do the greatest job. He projects a lot. I think it's very visible, and I think he's like openly said that as well. But at least he's putting out some dope shit, like good music, good message, a good platform, independent, like doing it right. And Logic is another example of that. And I say that it's funny that you bring it up, right? Because I say it's like in this world we get rewarded for bad things. I promise you, if Logic was a full black, like, stud looking man and he rapped the way he did, he would probably have more success than he has right now. I think a lot of his issue is image. Like people don't want to hear that shit from him because of the way he looks.
Yes and no. The reason I say yes and no is because no matter what anyone says, Eminem is in the Mount Rushmore. He's on his own stratosphere.
I'm not even talking about being a white looking guy. I think it's just like
that's why I was going with it.
Yeah.
And the one thing that everyone, because watch, this is crazy. This is crazy. Well, the Matrix comes out this time when we're filming it.
Yeah.
I'm about to put you in the Matrix.
Put me in the Matrix.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally. Eminem wrote the 8 Mile movie, right?
Yeah.
About his life.
Yeah.
The ending rap that everyone truly like, they just like, oh, that's what's up. This person of non-color literally was like, yo, you F my girl. I got beat up by you and your crew. I lost my job. Yak. My life sucks. And he's like, what else can you say about me that these people do not know? And passed him the mic. And when we look at battle rap, right?
Yeah.
When we look at battle rap, we try to talk to somebody. We talk.
That man was vulnerable on stage.
Exactly. And he was so like, so what?
Yeah.
Clarence, aka the Falcon, aka the new Captain America, he was like,
look at his transformation.
Exactly.
And from that moment, he learned vulnerability.
Exactly. And the crazy thing about it is, right, is I have nothing against Logic. I love some of Logic songs, things like that. But I can't even tell going through his last bit of his albums when people were like, "You're not black," or all these other things, right? I definitely don't know the guy. I'm just going off speculation. I'm just going off what I hear in his music. He's always questioning his blackness.
Yeah, I mean,
and I'm just kind of like, shut the fuck up about it. We know you're black.
I mean, that's like Russ. That's what I'm saying. That's like Russ. Like Russ, he spits fucking fire. He makes great music, but this guy projects a shit ton. Like he just projects a shit ton. So at some point, like it feels like little dick energy. And like nobody wants to relate to little dick energy. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that's like all they are and all that type of stuff, but it's like nobody likes a pity party. You know what I mean? Like nobody does. And even I'm subject to that. I definitely love a pity party at times. It's a great vibe, but it's a solo fucking vibe. Like ain't nobody trying to ride that wave. So with Logic, like, and I can't even imagine what it's like to be half black, half white. Like to be honest, like I'm biracial. I'm Afro Latino. I'm Haitian and Mexican. Like that shit is not a smooth sail. We have a lot of rhythm. The food is great on both ends, but like there's definitely some problematic shit too. And and I think there's ways to communicate that. And I think there's ways to be honest and transparent about that. But it's probably not the best to do that like 7 times on one album.
I'm like,
it gets annoying. Like we get it.
We get it. You got problems.
You got problems because like go to therapy and then talk about some other shit. But
throw money at it. I would. You
got it. Money at it, for sure. But no, I mean, like, I get where you're coming from. I just think that I also think that's what happens when you're vulnerable. That's that spectrum aspect. Like, we're not taught to know the balance of vulnerability. Like I said, it's you're likely or liable of influence to harm, right? When you're vulnerable, you're opening yourself up. So when you do too much, you can almost set this value or expectation, which is wrong when you're vulnerable. To be vulnerable is to also be very selfless. And I don't think a lot of people are selfless. Like as much as they'd like to admit to themselves, like even I'm not the most selfless person and I try, right? So when it comes to being vulnerable, like sometimes like you'll put your shit out there, and a couple of times people will pat you on the back or give you a hug or give you the attention or gratitude that you're looking for or trying to get or validation. But then sometimes people don't give a fuck, you know? So like, you got to learn how to maneuver through that. And that's when it's like you can build a bad habit of projecting. All of a sudden you're being too vulnerable, being too much, and you're doing it for the wrong reasons or it's the intentions behind it aren't what you think it is.
All right. I like that. We're gonna do a quick, very quick commercial break. We're gonna go from here. Future Robert, you know what to do. Look to the right. Look up. Look down. That's right. Look forward. I am sexy. You have not. If you're watching this visually, but if you're watching this or not watching this, you're listening to this. My voice. See how I change? That's how I talk to shotties and guys. Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
I'm for everybody.
Yeah.
And what I mean for everyone is I'm just a pleasure to be around. If you like more, hey, you all thought I was talking about the cha-cha-cha, but I wasn't talking about that. I was just talking about I'm a great person to be around because I make you feel good. So if you like what we're doing, please comment, like, subscribe to the Play No Games podcast /show. We have laughs, we have wonderful guests, we have it all. But as we grow, we need more help. We need more support. So if you can do that, we're on Instagram. We have clips. It's don't get confused. Look here.fri. Look here.fri. And why is it not the Play No Games podcast? Why would I have 5 different Instagrams? That's our brother company where we do social dating experiments. They're up on there, even though they're buried in the podcast. Look here. We need help. And we can have more of those social experiments that are up there, and more things are going to come out in 2022. But if you want to see some of the podcast clips, go there. But we're also on Spotify, Anchor, what else? Apple Podcasts. We there. We on YouTube. We're like that cockroach. We never die. All right? We're going to put something out every week. We're going to be up in your face, even if you don't like it. But please like it. Thank you. All right.
Talk with Gio. Follow us at Real Talk with Gio, Gio, just to be clear. I'm on everything, Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts, I should be there. And if you want to follow my personal account, it's at Gio_T. I just post about the podcast, and sometimes I share stuff on my story. But yeah, I just want to create a community where we can be honest and transparent and vulnerable, and do some dope shit together. So I love you. I appreciate you. I hope you join the community. Dab.
I'm gonna start calling you One Take G. Dang. Welcome back to the show.
What's up?
I got a couple questions for you.
Yeah, what's good?
So I was scouring the internet.
Oh God,
The internet. And I want to ask you a couple of things.
Oh man.
So as a fellow, identifying male,
Yeah.
okay, great. And we'll make sure,
Yeah.
in this climate, people.
Oh yeah, no, I'm a cis male.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
No, I get it. Everybody is everything. That's so cool.
Exactly. I just want to make sure because
No, hey.
Because I don't want you to be like, hey, Rob,
Yeah.
Portland humor.
Hey, fucking Rob.
Portland
Make sure
humor.
you check his pronouns. Fuck, Rob.
I have a question for you, and that question, when it comes to when they talk about cisgender, heterosexual men, I came across something that I want to bring to you, and they say in the very first 6 months of meeting a female, men usually know if they want to marry them.
Really?
And I just want to kick that to you. Do you think that has some validity?
Yo, honestly, I'm the wrong nigga to ask.
Wow!
That's not me, bro. I'm to anybody that can do that. Like, more power to you. But no, I can't relate, and I feel like I don't know where you got that stat, Chief, but I could not support that.
So
I feel like that's false.
Really?
I feel like that's super false.
So I have a question for you. So when wait a second.
Yeah.
If we had the right monies, I will push a very funny sound clip. I'm detecting faithfulness.
Oh,
beep,
what?
Beep, beep,
Nah,
beep, beep,
fam.
beep,
Nah.
beep, beep.
Nah. Nah.
What?
No, I've been bad, man. I've been bad. I appreciate the.
No. Whoa, time out.
I'm crossing my legs.
Time out. I'm trying to throw you a bone, but
I stopped that boat away, bro. I own my shit.
No. We'll just say I'm meeting this. If I don't think things change. Maybe my information. I gotta talk to my people wrong. But You're in a relationship.
Oh no, facts,
Okay,
facts,
yeah,
facts.
faithful. Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
with my girl. Like, I love my
Yeah,
girl. I'm
that's the
faithful.
bone I'm throwing.
No, facts. Excuse me.
Yeah. So you're not faithful.
Oh.
Podcast. Oh, exclusive.
Hey, black men don't cheat, dog. What are you talking about?
Shit, let me tell you about some niggas.
No, man, no. I'm with my girl. I'm faithful with my girl.
Okay,
I love my
okay.
girl. I just say that like what I'm saying is like in my past, like I wasn't.
Okay.
wasn't
I was talking about right now.
Oh, okay,
I was
right
talking-
now, yeah,
I was
yeah.
talking about right now.
That's hilarious. My girl's gonna see this shit. She be like, "Damn."
I was like, faithful. I was like, whoa, we about to get an exclusive.
the exclusive cut.
I was like,
She out here in
damn.
the
I was gonna
streets,
ask
dog.
him. I'm like, do you want me to cut that out later?
No, man, play that shit later.
So let's be honest. Let's be
Yeah.
honest. You know, like a land before time, Littlefoot. You know,
Yeah.
before you know,
Yeah.
he was in the
Yeah.
Faithful Academy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I am.
Throwing you
I
the
am.
bone.
Thank
You know what I'm
I caught
saying?
it this time.
Okay. When you, as a guy, do you feel like when you met a girl, you
Yeah.
knew exactly that you're trying to smash?
Oh, trying to smash?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
That's like, but that's what I'm saying. Like when you ask the married stuff, like after 6 months.
So
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm putting myself on the spot.
Yeah.
I don't have to.
Do you when you date somebody for 6 months, are you like, oh yeah, I want to fucking marry this person?
No, but I know the difference between a girl I want to smash, a girl I wouldn't mind hanging out with,
Yeah.
and a girl I would date.
Yeah.
Now I ain't gonna say I'm gonna marry her because I'm the overthinking person
Yeah.
you need in your life.
Yeah.
That I would overthink about things you wouldn't think about. I'd be like,
feel that.
I'd be like, Gio, bro, no, like, do this.
Yeah.
You be like, I've been thinking about that because I'm thinking about that.
Yeah.
But the reason why I called out this post
Yeah.
is because I feel like as guys,
Yeah.
I feel like we know the girls who we
Oh,
want to
yeah.
do things
Yeah.
with, girls who we're like, I could kick it with her, she cool.
Yeah.
And then girls
Yeah.
be like, Gio. Like if Rihanna came, it was like, in the past, if
Yeah.
Rihanna came in the past, it's like, yeah, let's go.
I think
You going.
I think if Rihanna came right now, I would go. I feel like my girl would be like, bro, if you didn't, that's so stupid. Like,
Well, let me tell you, if that shit happened to me in reverse, and let's just say, what's a guy that
Michael B. Jordan.
fuck Michael B. Jordan.
If Michael B. Jordan came up,
I like at Michael B. Jordan. You'll never listen to this, but I actually like you. What's the dude from Insecure? Not the main one,
Oh,
but
I don't know. I will watch the show. And
he's like some dark skinned dude.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
yeah,
he's so fine.
yeah. Girls all sweat him. Yeah,
Fuck that nigga.
yeah.
Actually, you're probably a great guy as well. So let's just say. Nah, I would be like, I gotta fight him. No,
I feel like I get where you're coming from. I get what you're
I'm
saying.
fine. I fight him.
I don't think I'd be okay with it either. And I think some people would take that as a double standard. And I respect people's perspectives, but I feel like that would be really tough, man. I think that's a boundaries, or not a boundaries thing. I think that's a relationship thing. Like, I think it's just a whatever you decide in your relationship type of thing. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could.
So how do you feel about my hypothesis that guys be lying and we know exactly what we be doing?
What are you talking about?
About the girls we want to smash?
Oh yeah,
The girls we will want to.
I mean, we
semi-date?
played on the bus, man. Kill, fuck, marry, or whatever. Like,
Damn.
we play that shit on the bus.
Do we want to do this now?
I mean, bro,
This could be very dangerous, and
I'm-
I hope you answered this
I'm very
correctly.
vulnerable.
Yes, let's play Kill F Mary.
Yeah, what's up?
All right, because you're the guest.
Throw names.
Every available person is in this pool, and because I love and respect you, because
Yeah.
you have to go home,
Yeah, it's my
I'm gonna go
girl.
first. You
Yeah.
hit me with the questions.
Oh man, Megan Thee Stallion, Doja Cat, Beyonce.
Interesting.
Who you? What's your?
Oh wow, you went straight celebrities.
Yeah.
Oh, all right,
Yeah.
all right.
Who you want me to say names in Portland?
You don't have to say names in Portland, but I was gonna be like, hey, when I have guys on here, I be trying to give them brownie points because I know that girls gonna be listening. Not say I'm trying to have you cat, but I'm gonna be like, you better say I'm gonna have sex with you. I'm gonna marry you. Don't do the other one. Don't do the other one. I'm gonna go. Here I'm gonna go. Everyone really likes Doja Cat.
Yeah.
Doja Cat is a fan favorite. Okay.
Doja Cat's the one, bro.
A person I would assassinate.
Okay. It's a hard way to put that.
Yes, assassinate, but I would revive.
Okay.
They would go to sleep for like
you
for a
throw
day.
them a care package or
Yeah,
something? Yeah,
it's like Call of Duty. No. No.
We kill him, bro.
This is so tough. I don't kill. Oh, sleeping potion. Let's just say sleeping potion.
yeah.
Sleeping potion. Because if I say someone in government, they may find me. That's what I'm thinking about. There's this. I had a vice principal in elementary school.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say her name was Miss C. I'm not gonna say the other part of it because she's probably still alive.
Okay.
To put her to sleep.
You gonna put her to sleep?
I put her to sleep. Not like sexual sleep, but she's going to sleep. She's going to sleep.
Yeah.
Now, the fucking, I'm not gonna lie. This is so tough for me.
Yeah.
It's a tie between Lala Anthony or Jennifer Lopez because I gotta get it out of my system.
Okay.
I would say Doja Cat, but Doja Cat's been reused and recycled so many times.
Yeah.
I would also have to say, oh, man, this is so tough.
Yeah.
People were gonna hate me for this. Zendaya.
Oh, you wouldn't knock off Zendaya?
But the thing is, like, no, it would have to be Lala Anthony. She's been like my major crush of all time.
I feel that.
And then I'm gonna say Mary. I'm gonna say insert Portland girl.
Your girl? Like,
whoa!
You got a girl? You got a Portland girl?
I want to know your anything. I want to know if you got a man. I want to know.
Hey,
I want to know everything. I want to know if I can't come.
Hey, Robert's taking you.
Whoa! That is fun.
I'm fucking around.
That is.
I'm fucking with your whole game right
now.
We play no games.
Women, we about to play no games right now.
I'm playing games right now.
Women, I am single to single. Like that last piece of chicken strip in your basket. I am single. Without the fries. Anywho. I'm so mad at you. Because it's coming. I'll just say this.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna say that because I'm not gonna incriminate myself because I'm not one of you new age criminals.
Hey,
anywho,
plead the fifth.
I'm gonna say I would insert a Portland girl.
Yeah, okay, all right, that's fine. I think for me, like I said, it would be Megan, Beyonce, and Doja, and I would probably people would hate it, but I'd kill Beyonce. Like I'm good on that. I think I would marry Doja Cat just because I'm a big fan of Doja Cat. I have a big crush on her, and then obviously I would smash Megan. I think that's pretty straight up.
Giddy up.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but that would be like my kill fuck marry. I mean, but that's what dudes do. You know what I mean, like you're back to the original question is like, do I really believe men know who they want to marry and men know who they want to fuck? I think generally, yeah. Like, I feel like most guys know who they would want to sleep with. Most guys have an idea of who they want to marry. I think a lot of that stems from, like, toxic male stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I think guys have an impression of what a woman should be or could be.
I agree 1,000%.
As a married, like, a potential partner. I think we go based off a lot of looks and, like, shallow level type of things.
We don't.
But I think I say all that to say every woman deserves love and like every woman should be married and all that type of stuff. I'm trying to be like all PC about it, but no, really, I think
Scrub is a guy. It's fine. Also, known as a buster. Always look. Did you know there was a song called "I Don't Want No Pigeon"?
What?
Yeah, it was the male version of TLC.
I need to hear that. Where is that? Whose song is that?
I'll probably get copyrighted. Damn, we're gonna have to play this. We're gonna have to play. It's called "I Don't Want No Pigeon."
I don't want no pigeon.
I don't want no
birds.
pigeon. Exactly.
Yeah,
It was a slap.
It's for the birds, bro. That's the saying for a reason.
Well, you're gonna be our very first person to be subjected to this new segment.
Okay.
And I feel like this would be a great way for us to wind down the night.
Yeah. Are we drinking?
You know, next time you're on here, I will have beverages. So 2022 for the Play No Games podcast show is going to be an experience. So,
okay.
What do you call it? Next time you're back, if you will come back, you will be a part of an experience.
All right.
I promise you that.
All right.
So,
I hope it's a good one. It better be pissed.
Please don't. I try. I try. We try.
We all try. We're all
is one of our new segments that we're adding is Letters to a Young Man.
Oh, okay.
And in this segment of Letters to a Young Man, it's open-ended. It can be relationship-oriented. It can be self-help-oriented. It could be, this is how you change a tire, young man. Or this is how you just whatever. Yeah. And I just want to give, and I'll go first to kind of, break the ice, but usually I'm just going to have my guests kind of end on that, and I'll make it tailored to whomever I have. But in essence, it's like, letter to just your younger self or anyone who's listening. Yeah. And I just want to say letters to a young man. I would want to say to people who are listening, not just men in general, just can you push through and enjoy being content? And what I mean being content is you're happy with what you have. Mm. You're not at the table and literally, if you take that next car, you're going to bust over 21. Mm. You know what that looks like? That looks like the girl that you're supposed to be with has made you dinner. She's done studying what she needs to be doing, and she's at home waiting for you. Not saying you can't run the street with your guys, but are you really taking a 360 view of your life? Mm. Are you really tapping in with your parents? Are you really tapping into you, the inner you, the inward, not the black inward, but the inward? And what I mean by tapping into the inward is, are you allowing yourself to be content with your life? All the other stuff, I will say this to end on this point, is you can't control your journey. Mm. You'll get your goal. Trust me, you'll get it. But when you try to control your journey, you miss out on opportunities and people because you think that something is better. And I just want for people, and letters to yourself, letters to a young man, is giving yourself more opportunities to take a step back and be thankful and appreciative, because that allows you to grow and allows you to fully see with a 360 view where and what needs to be and your growth towards your goal.
Damn, it's a good letter. So, letter to a younger me. It is generally for everybody. I mean, dear young person, be prepared, but also be flexible. Life is never going to be a straight path. It's long, it's short, but it's meant to be a good time, not a bad time. So enjoy the good times. The bad times will pass, and look forward to all the possibilities of more good times, because that's what we're all looking for. And love yourself, love others. Don't be too hard on yourself, and just focus on the good times, man. Be patient. Don't force it. Don't push it. It's going to come to you every time. For sure.
Max. His name's not Max. I'm referencing the Goofy movie. Hopefully you got that.
I did not get
that. Damn. They were cheering him on. But
I know. I tried.
But
it's a good movie.
Oh, you actually knew what I was doing? Yes! Oh my fucking yes! 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 Stand out. above the crowd, even if I gotta shut out loud. No matter they only.
I haven't seen that movie in so long, man.
Bro, I know. Hey, we're gonna end
Do you
on
think
this.
they're gonna redo that?
They don't need to.
I know they don't, but like,
No.
do you think they will?
No, please don't.
I hope they don't. I hope they don't.
Whoa, watch this. They've been laughing since I could remember. And they're not gonna laugh anymore.
Sheesh.
No more Maxie the Geek. No more Goo for the Week. Like
Hey.
before. I could.
Hey, was that Eminem before Eminem?
I love this guy. Yes, he was. Now, okay. Ending question.
That's good.
Would you in high school do what Maximilian did for Roxanne? Would you risk getting detention?
I mean, I risk getting detention a lot of times in high school. So.
For a girl.
For a
Your
girl?
dream.
Of my dreams? I mean, there's a lot of things I would do for the girl of my dreams.
Ooh.
A lot of things. So, yeah.
Okay, one thing. What's your big, grand, romantic gesture like Max?
Like Max? Fuck, man. I don't even know, man. I'm not a very romantic type. I jump.
Not
jump
Mr.
in.
Four Hearts himself.
I'm not a romantic type, man. I'd say probably, I don't know, I'd do some like jump out of a plane and like land at your front door with flowers, just all extra. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. I'm an extra nigga, bro. So, is that romantic? That feels dangerous more than romantic.
Yes, I'm not gonna lie, remind me of the Fresh Prince episode. Hillary, will you marry me? And he's like, no, Gio needs to be alive. No.
Risk it all, right? Fuck.
Whoa. All right. I'll just say this because it's, no. Actually, shout out to Joe and Kakarot, Joe Biden and Kamala Kakarot Harris.
What? I'm sorry, I've never heard that one,
bro. It's actually because everyone's like, don't disrespect black women. Like, look here, everyone makes jokes. I call him Joe. I call him Sleepy Joe.
That fool sleep for real.
Hey, but shout out to Joe and Kakarot Kamala Harris for extending the student loan. Shout out to that. And I ain't gonna leave because there's no man behind.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna leave you out there.
That's good.
This is gonna be us together.
Okay.
If you call me, he's like, "Hey, Rob, I got this beautiful Nubian queen."
Yeah.
Okay. What should I do? I'm like, all right, I'm gonna call my guy. He works with the city. He got the little bridge.
Yeah.
You can do some little lights.
Mm-hmm.
Put her name up there.
Mm-hmm.
Go for a little walk.
Damn.
Take across the skyline.
That's already better than my fucking idea.
I got you.
So should I call you for romantic?
Hey.
I'm jumping out of planes, dog.
I want to make sure you're alive. You walk across that bridge, and you tell her just take
a look over here.
Just look over there.
Oh shit.
And she gonna see that. You ain't gotta propose and be like, that's how much you mean to me.
Oh my God.
And you don't need no flowers, none of that. Just a favor.
Just a favor. Dude. Man.
And that's your get out of free jail to Wanda. He didn't do it.
I need a lot of those. Fuck. Past Geo needs a lot of those. I just gotta say, for my early fumble, I love my girl. I'm faithful to my girl. That's my baby.
Yeah, he darn right.
I
He darn
fumbled the fuck out of that.
Off screen he was saying
Yeah.
all the shit.
I was talking so much shit about you, babe.
Yeah.
I hope you know that.
Yeah, he taking you out to dinner in 2020. And he gonna pay for it one of these times.
Definitely one of the times. maybe.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm just fucking.
This is one of the times.
This one.
Maybe we'll split it. We'll end up splitting it.
Women independent, they taking over. Yeah, you take me out.
Yeah. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like it's 2022.
Yeah.
We're all equal.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not trying to spend that coin like that.
Nah, you gotta spend the coin.
Yeah, we gotta spend
the coin. You gotta spend
it.
She worth it.
I will say I'll leave some advice to dudes if that's like the goal.
Okay, yeah.
Like we've been talking about vulnerability and shit. Be vulnerable with your wallet. For real, bro. Like be very flexible with your wallet. But again, it's a spectrum, right? Don't be on the far end, don't be on the back end. Don't be too stingy, don't be like, here's my fucking wallet. But show some love, take that extra mile. I say that just because I'm not the best gift giver. Actually, pause, bro. Fuck that. Don't be vulnerable with your wallet. Actually, hide your wallet. Be vulnerable with your thoughts, your thoughtfulness. I guess is that how you say that? I don't know. Be thoughtful.
Nah, my G. Y'all better ball on a budget. I'll tell girl real quick I ain't got it. I'll tell girl real quick.
Hey, that's being vulnerable, though.
I'm like, look here. I got this mortgage. And I got priorities, and you are number 15.
Number 15. Hey, at least you're honest, bro. At least you're honest. No, actually, I guess what I'm trying to say is, just be thoughtful. Like that's something that I didn't really comprehend as a dude. I don't know, not to put it as like a gender thing, but like,
oh no, we dumb.
Yeah, we dumb. And I like, cause I'm not good with gift giving. And I always thought like you had to buy the most expensive thing or like buy excessive amount of things, but it's just really the thought that counts. Like, so just do that, do more of that.
I gotta do a pod on that. I'm 100% gonna do on that.
Yeah,
because I don't like this. Like, shout out to the Heath Ledger. When you do something well, you never do it for free. You're darn right, Joker. Like at least for my friends, I like to put them on game about like simple things that you can do that doesn't cost or break your brain, or she'll be crazy about you, or him, or her, or like people don't understand the art of gift giving.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you just talked about how you wanted to put somebody's name on a bridge, and I was like, I'm gonna jump out of a plane. So like, I feel like you should probably bank on those thoughts, man, because I am not a thoughtful gift giver.
I disagree, and the reason why I disagree is because you're limiting your imagination.
Fuck, man, you caught me. God damn. Yeah, I was hating on myself. My bad.
Exactly. Cool. When you open up your imagination, it's just like, let's just say, and this is, and we can kind of end on this note.
Yeah.
We kind of end on this note. This is what everyone can literally do. Let's just say your girl likes chai tea, right?
Yeah.
And you don't have to pile this on, right?
Yeah.
1-2 nights out of the week, have a chai tea at her nightstand.
Yeah.
She don't gotta ask for it. She may not gotta drink it, and she's gonna be like, "Oh my gosh,
damn!" I'm over here like,
it's the little motherfucking things."
I'm over here like, get her a car.
Get her a car.
No, I'm fucking with you.
They better transform.
I'm fucking with you.
It must be better be from a tax credit.
No. My girl just moved in with me, so
oh damn.
I've been cooking her breakfast and shit like that.
There you go, with your shirt off and an apron.
Definitely, just apron. Yeah. No apron sometimes.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. So we can't eat off your dining table.
Definitely shouldn't.
Damn.
Shouldn't. Yeah.
Nah,
I'm just playing with you.
He ain't fucking with y'all. Hey, audio listeners, he hesitated.
I'm a virgin. Hardcore virgin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm being very vulnerable right there. I'm a virgin though.
Oh, for real?
No.
Okay.
Fucking got you. Fucking got you.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. We try to make jokes, make it entertaining and informational. I'm not gonna lie. I actually like, oh fuck, maybe I am laughing. I feel like a dick. Yeah. But now I'm not. Now I'm not. But
I'm dead.
This has been the Plain Okay podcast / show with the magnificent, vulnerable Gio, and close us out, my man.
Hey, listen to my podcast. Listen to this fool's podcast. Just tap into everybody's podcast as much as you can, like especially the locals support. But follow me at Real Talk with Gio. That's GIO. My personal account Gio_T. Reach out if you want to talk about the show or really just talk. I'm a firm believer of building community, and love yourself, love others, and be kind. Lead with kindness. It doesn't cost a damn thing to be a good person. Just remember that. It costs a lot to be bad, in my opinion.
And we out.
We out here. We outside, kind of.
Probably wondering if I think of you. Sorry, I'm for the bag right now. Yeah, I'm for the bag right now. Yeah, for the bag that I never had. Yeah, you probably mad right now. Yeah, I got a 2-piece now. But shit, I think they call them groupies now.